Folks, please give me some advice. I am truly out of options. I haven't spent a single day in this new house I just purchased. So now, what am I supposed to do? Forget the tears. Crying does not help. You still have to repay the loan regardless. Right now, no advice is going to work. If you want to fix it, you must tear it down and rebuild from the ground up. China's Tofu-Dreg construction projects have long faced heavy criticism. Footage of shoddily built houses and bridges surfaces constantly online. But even more shocking is that basic components at work sites, like bolts, welds, and rebar, can actually be faked. Let's have a look. I honestly couldn't believe my eyes. A man was performing maintenance on a signal tower several dozen meters up. While inspecting, he lightly touched a bolt and it snapped right off. Initially, I thought it was a coincidence, but then every bolt he touched broke exactly the same way. Good heavens! Is this because the bolts are counterfeits or due to long-term corrosion? Look at that stainless steel bolt. Something so small can even be fake. See those bolts down there? Those are the real ones, totally different. Time has shown the difference. This bolt appeared to be stainless steel initially, but it turns out it was a fake. Constructing a house is a massive undertaking, yet even something as fundamental and critical as welding can be forged. In recent years, purchasing a home in China has become incredibly hard. Many folks know this firsthand. But even after sinking your whole family's life savings into a home and moving in, there is no guarantee an accident won't occur someday. Each minute and second I spend here is torture. I feel the house could collapse at any moment. The whole building's safety is at risk. I have worked hard my entire life, and now all that money has gone into this house. This windowsill was filled and finished with tons and tons of foam. Look, this type of foam falls apart with just a slight poke. No strength, no hardness. It is turned to powder. And once it crumbles, it looks like this. This cement sand layer here, just rub it lightly with your hand and it drops right off. See? Just a light rub and it crumbles instantly. Ceilings in apartments across mainland China are truly fragile. And there is real-life proof of this. A man once accidentally stepped through a ceiling, creating a horrifying scene. And this isn't a unique case. In the UN North Resettlement Housing Project in Sonia, Hainan, China, an upper-floor ceiling was found to have no rebar whatsoever. A complete textbook example of a Tofu-Dreg project. I believe if you smash this open, it will be exactly the same. This is no lie. If you dig here, it is the same situation. As long as you folks can handle it, that is all that matters. Bamboo and steel are two materials that are fundamentally unrelated. Yet, in the communist country of China, they appear to have a rather close relationship. Look at this bridge. My God, are they truly using bamboo instead of steel? A slab this large has only 1 or 2 pieces of rebar, and even those are just loosely suspended bars. Here is a concrete column from a residential building somewhere in China, but what's inside isn't steel, it is bamboo. So what is the quality of rebar in China like? The truth might scare you. On June 26, 2025, according to a report by mainland media outlet Langchao News, at the large-scale residential project Gaiyan City Phase 2 in Beijing, Hebei Province, several 16mm diameter rebar rods were reportedly snapped bare-handed by workers. Try another one. Look at that. It shattered into pieces. Mr. G, the project foreman, found that a batch of 16mm rebar was so brittle it could be snapped by hand, an abnormal condition. Typically, steel should be hard even to bend. He reported it to the Gun City Phase 2 contractor, China Metallurgical Tangan Construction, but was shown a report claiming the rebar met standards. When he escalated the issue to Baju's Housing Bureau, officials stated all materials passed inspection. Later, they claimed 2 rounds of testing confirmed compliance with design requirements. Mr. Gi was eventually fired for speaking out. Netizens reacted. Start by investigating those who called it up to standard. Some noted the contrast between honest workers and corrupt officials. Snapping steel by hand and replacing iron with bamboo might sound absurd, but such cases are real. Actually, some collapsed bridges were found with no rebar at all. On August 8, 2024, the Longding-Shuan Bridge in Guhou suddenly collapsed. No rebar was seen at the fracture point. In another part of China, the exit of a highway tunnel collapsed. Luckily, it was discovered in time and no serious casualties occurred. Netizens commented, "The CCP's construction projects are the very definition of Tofu-Dreg engineering." Look at the highway foundation. Can anyone spot a single steel bar in those videos? These are projects costing 1 billion yuan per kilometer. Why do so many directors of transport bureaus and highway departments end up in prison? As long as the CCP's dictatorship survives, the Chinese people will never be truly safe. Due to continuous heavy rainfall on June 3, 2025, a road section in Sanjiangdong Autonomous County, Luzhou City, Guangxi Province, suddenly collapsed. Several cars parked along the road fell into a massive sinkhole. On June 24 in Guanhou Province, a viaduct on the Shaowang Expressway between Sandao County and Rongjiang County suddenly collapsed. Several vehicles plunged into the valley below. A red semi was left dangling in midair, its driver trapped, waiting for rescue. A bystander tried to stop other drivers from moving forward. It is reported that the trapped driver was eventually rescued safely. Some netizens sighed. Just saw a video my colleagues sent on their way home from Yulin, Guangxi. Their route was completely cut off. COVID, typhoons, floods, earthquakes, natural disasters non-stop. In these turbulent times, we have finally realized what truly matters most. Treasure every step you take. Why are there so many Tofu-Dreg construction projects in China? The answer remains in the political system of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. Zhang Zhonglin, a construction worker from Yunnan Province, personally witnessed severe material skimming and illegal design alterations during the construction of a high-speed railway tunnel in Beijing City, Yunnan. He spoke with an overseas Chinese language media outlet. When building a tunnel, you first have to excavate the cavity, then pour concrete and install rebar. But during the construction process, the quantity of rebar and concrete was significantly reduced. Based on my rough estimate, for a 1,400-meter tunnel, 10,800 meters total for both directions, the value of the materials cut was over 20 million yuan. He also revealed that during the concrete pouring of the base arch, there was severe underfilling. The base was padded with dirt and construction waste. The concrete layer, supposedly 150 meters thick, ended up being less than 50 centimeters. Every month, Zhang's boss even told him to use the excavator to steal rebar from the site and load it onto large trucks. His own father asked him to help with the theft twice a month, 5 to 6 trucks each time, with each truck carrying over 40 tons. He added, "To win bids, companies often submit offers below actual construction costs. So after winning, how do they recoup the money and still turn a profit? The answer is cut corners, reduce or totally skip materials like rebar and concrete. It is a widely accepted, unspoken rule in the industry." Zhang Zhonglin concluded, "The shady side of China's construction industry is just the tip of the iceberg under CCP rule. It is the system that breeds all of this. Chinese officials are appointed from above, and their top priority is always to report upward, not to be accountable to the people or to the actual work itself, and this only perpetuates a vicious cycle." 中国投资人 are fleeing to Japan as the real estate collapse accelerates. Market consulting firms report that with investment returns in China plunging, global investors, especially those from Hong Kong, are swiftly pulling capital out of China and pouring it into Japan's booming residential real estate market. According to the South China Morning Post on June 22, data from global real estate management giant Colliers International revealed that in Q1 this year alone, Chinese investors poured $1 billion USD, about 7.19 billion yuan, into Japan's residential sector, more than double the 5-year average of $428 million. Masahiro Tanikawa, head of investment services at Colliers Japan, did not mince words. As China's real estate market teeters on the edge of collapse, Hong Kong investors, once fixated on China, are now rushing to safer havens like Japan and Australia. The SCMP report noted that since 2020, China's property debt crisis has spiraled, and over the past 24 months, new home prices have kept plunging without pause, driving investors to flee. Mindworks Properties, a branch of Hong Kong's Mindworks Capital, recently acquired Haven Shabora, a high-end multifamily apartment in Tokyo's Monado ward, marking a clear pivot to Japan. As China's property sector crumbles, more and more wealthy Chinese are not just moving their money, but moving their lives. By the end of 2023, Chinese residents in Japan reached 822,000, up 60,000 from the previous year, the largest jump in recent years.